the commissioner at NDOT, Joe McGuiness. And Joe, we took a couple questions that were right down your strike zone, actually, and about rest stops, et cetera, and travel. And if you could give us an update, we'd appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you, Governor Holcomb, and good afternoon, Hoosiers. My name is Joe McGuiness. As he mentioned, I'm the commissioner, serve as a commissioner of the Indiana Department of Transportation. First, I'd like to start off by giving a shout out to NDOT employees and our continued collaboration with State Department of Health, State Police, National Guard, Homeland Security, Indiana Economic Development Corporation, and many others on the collection and distribution of much needed medical supplies and PPE. Since March 20th, these folks have worked tirelessly to collect, count, sort, and distribute from the Indiana National Guard warehouse facility out at Stout Field. As NDOT vehicles and staff are distributing supplies this week, we will continue to support the fight against COVID-19 here in Indiana for as long as necessary and continue to support the Indiana State Department of Health efforts. Meanwhile, in addition to supply distribution, NDOT has continued to execute our 2020 construction program with a new normal for our field crews, contractors, and consultants. As you can imagine, their jobs are extremely dangerous with or without a pandemic. However, they are now practicing social distancing in the field, virtual construction meetings, and paperless transactions, including electronic ticketing for material deliveries. We have also taken advantage of reduced traffic volumes, which I'll mention in a moment, to accelerate our projects. Notably, in the Indianapolis area, on I-70 from downtown to 465 on the east side has been accelerated with full and directional closures. The eastbound piece is complete as of last week, and the westbound piece will be completed this week. This reduction for this project has reduced this project timeline by 3 months and saved Hoosiers millions of dollars just on this one project. I-70 from downtown to the Ronald Reagan Parkway will be closed beginning Friday, May 22nd on the eastbound side and will reopen on June 28th. The westbound piece will close on June 22nd until July 30th. This was rephased in order to avoid disruptions to the new date for what we all can't wait for, the Indianapolis 500. I-65 at Keystone Avenue on the near south side is now also ahead of schedule. We are also able to accelerate 3 projects in Fort Wayne, 2 on I-69 and 1 on I-469. Additional patching occurred on I-65 in Maryville and now ahead of schedule on bridge work on the Borman, which is I-80-94, due to our ability to extend our work hours with fewer vehicles on the road. This theme continues all across the state of Indiana. Terre Haute along I-70 from mile marker 1 through 5. In southern Indiana in the Jeffersonville, Floyd's Knobs area along I-265 from 65 over to 64. And bridge deck clearing for 40 miles along I-65 in south central Indiana. All of these projects and many more were accelerated due to the graph you see here. Using the baseline of March 2nd through the 8th, we have continued to track daily traffic volumes on all Indiana highways. During the first few weeks of the stay-at-home order, we saw most traffic was down approximately 40% compared to the first week of March, with much more significant declines on the weekends. This is a great indication that Hoosiers were heeding the advice of the governor, Dr. Box, and all medical professionals. As you can see, Indiana has begun the process of getting back on track. The traffic volumes have slowly increased to just the 17% decline that we saw this past Monday. Weekend traffic continues, it's beginning to pick up a bit, but it's also continues to show a bit of a decline. But as the state opens up and weather improves, we expect that to increase. As many Hoosiers and possibly out-of-state visitors are traveling Indiana, rest assured we are taking all safety precautions at our rest areas as well. I know this question came up Monday, as you alluded to, Governor. So I'm here to answer that. And thank you, Dr. Box, for pinch hitting for me during that. NDOT currently maintains 29 rest areas or welcome centers around the state, 20 of which are currently online. The Batesville Welcome Center is currently closed due to construction on I-74, but all 28 open rest areas are now being cleaned hourly with the emphasis on common touch points, doors, handles, vending areas, and restroom fixtures. NDOT facility staff are also inspecting the facilities daily. For example, tourism brochures have been temporarily removed to prevent community spread. Just this morning, I spoke with Nick Barr at IFM, the leaseholder for the Indiana Toll Road up in northern Indiana, and he reassured us, me and NDOT, and I want to reassure you that they are also following the same safety protocols on the toll plazas and the travel plazas there along the toll road. Another unique program that I'm very proud of that didn't get a whole lot of attention, but we had the opportunity to provide a food service vendors at all of our rest areas for truck drivers who were in much need of a hot meal as they were driving extended hours across the country. We worked with the Indiana Motor Truck Association and Federal Highway Administration on this initiative with great success. During its peak, during the stay-at-home orders during phase one, we saw 22 to 25 food trucks at any given point in operation at our rest areas. Today, those numbers are down. That's a good thing. We still have 15 trucks at various rest areas around the state, and we are in the process of phasing out that program as the state is getting back on track. With that, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to be here today with you all, and please all have a safe and healthy Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, Joe.